What's going on, NDK Sports Performance families? Ryan here with this week's Coach's Corner. And as we nudge towards spring and summer's right around the corner, we're starting to see more and more advertisements for things like showcases, summer clinics, camps, and things like that. And I wanted to kind of dive into that a little bit based on a really great social media post I saw this weekend from Eric Cressy. And he was talking about how for younger players in particular, you'll have scouts that will give feedback at some of these events of they're long, lean, and projectable. And that's really, you just paid for someone to nicely say that you need to spend more time in the gym and in the kitchen eating more to get bigger, basically saying you're not ready. And kind of this idea that we frequently go back to year over year as we get towards the summer months of, are you getting exposure or are you getting exposed? And I think a lot of athletes fall into that getting exposed category of these go to these camps, these showcases, these ID events, and they're basically told politely, because they're paying someone money, that they need to work on skills that are going to be developed in strength training, in the kitchen, and it's things that they're skipping out on. And it's kind of ironic to me because a lot of these athletes are the same athletes that are saying they don't have time for strength training, they don't have time to lock in their nutrition, but then they do have time to travel far and wide sometimes, pay all this money to then get politely told that they need to be doing the thing that they say they don't have enough time to. So as we get into the spring and summer months and we start looking at some of these showcases, camps, clinics, things like that, look at where you're really spending your time, and are you checking those boxes where you could be getting the exposure that you're looking for, or are you just getting exposed? If you have questions on, maybe is that something your athlete should be doing, or maybe is that something they should hold off on, feel free to reach out. I'm happy to talk about that with you and your athlete, and we'll see you in next week's Coach's Corner.